Welcome back. We were just talking to Andre about his trading, and so we've got up to the point where he'd been dabbling in the markets for several years, and then really started to take it a bit more seriously, and he'd actually done a load of back testing and on a particular setup and strategy, and let's see where he's got to today. So Andre, yes, we said that you'd lost some money initially, but you had to stick with the rules.
Yep.
And what happened after that?
I became profitable.
Okay,
right. I had a breakthrough, and I now consider myself to be a trader. Yep. I'm making money, and I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. Understanding the markets, where planning, risk management, and just feel very confident and excited about the future.
So, how did it feel after your first? I know you had a few losing trades, 4 or 5 losing trades.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was a bit more than that.
Oh, was it? Okay. And so obviously you went straight into drawdown on your account.
Yeah.
How did it feel when it did finally get back up to your original level? Because you put a certain amount of money into a trading account.
Yeah.
Obviously you went through drawdown. Just talk to me about the emotions of whatever you were going through at that point, just to get back to break even, so to speak.
Yeah, that in itself was a massive milestone, because when you've taken a big loss, and it wasn't one trade; it was several trades, and doubt can't help but come into your mind. But getting back to break even, it kind of just proved that I can trade, I understand what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing, so keep pushing forward, and it's. And
it was less trades that got you back to.
Yes, and that for me was just. Big eye opener, because it just shows you about risk to reward is so important. So important. You can have 2 or 3 losing trades in a row, and one trade can get you to break even and beyond. Mm-hmm. And it's the beauty of trading.
Brilliant. Okay, so yes, you got it back to break even, and you've moved into obviously profitability since then as well. And like you said, you feel very relaxed about your trading in general.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the trading strategies a little bit more that you use. So you use sort of 2 general concepts, don't you, of trading and approaching the markets?
Yeah. So I trade divergences on a swing trade basis. So those trades I'll be in for a few days to possibly weeks. That's where I'm monitoring the market, see a market trending in a certain direction, wait till price gets to a certain level, whether it be support or resistance, and I'll trade when I believe there's going to be a turn in the market, and I'll get in on that.
So what is it that makes you believe there's going to be a turn in the market?
Well, I'm watching momentum indicators, and price might be moving down, but the indicator might be slowing down and looking to reverse, and that gives me the heads up. Obviously, there'd be more criteria than that to get in, but that would be the first sort of warning sign that something else is going on here, and
so
need to be aware.
What you're looking at is price has come into a support zone. Let's say it's going to be a buy setup.
Yep.
So it's already at a structural level where there might be some buyers coming into the market. And coupled with that, there's been a divergence in some form of momentum indicator or whatever.
Correct,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so then you'll have a strategy for when to enter and obviously when to exit.
Correct. Yeah.
Talk to me about managing your stops.
Well, it's going back to my string of losses. You then start doubting yourself a little bit, and you start thinking about, if I just move my stop here, then maybe I wouldn't have taken such a big loss. Back testing has shown that leave my stop alone, and let the trade play out as it should. Sometimes I have moved my stop in the past. Price will come and hit my stop, take me out, and then actually roll over, not actually gotten to where my original stop should have been, and gone on to hit my target, which just proves, just leave the system alone, have a strategy, back tested it, leave it alone, and let it play out.
Difficult to do though, isn't it? Like you say, after you've had a couple of losses, the temptation is to...
The worst thing is when you're in profit and you think, it's going to hit my target today, and price turns back around, and it will go back to break even or even go into negative territory, and you're thinking, I should have just taken a profit before. No, the rules state that I need to take my profit at this level. Until that level's here, I don't touch the trade. And
it's interesting because so many people have this mindset of wanting to get their stock to break even or on a trade, don't they? And there's a lot of nonsense taught out there about get your stock to break even as soon as you can.
well, but going back to back testing, you've got to test your theory and see if moving your stop actually has any influence on your profitability. On my strategy, it does. So I know to leave it alone now.
Exactly.
For that particular strategy, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there will be other strategies
Yeah.
where you can move stops, but a lot of traders have that natural impulse and they haven't even tested that, exactly what you just said. You tested that, you know you should leave the stop alone.
Yes.
But a lot of traders, they enforce their own will onto the market and say they want to feel good about the trade, that they can't lose on the trade. But ultimately, they are going to lose by doing that because they might get
100%.
stopped out at break even, but that would have otherwise been a winning trade.
And that is a worse feeling. You know, because then you start beating yourself up even more because you fiddled with your trade and you've got to break even. You start thinking, oh, I could have done this. No, it's you set yourself some rules, follow your rules, and
Okay, so with this divergence, you've been using it for some time now, and okay, you're very comfortable with it. How do you feel that the process of time, and I know we're only talking about a year, but the process of time has helped you with that? One thing is you've just said is the fact you don't move your stops. You've learned from that, but is there anything else that you feel that over this past 12 months or so that the benefit of experience has helped you?
Well, I think as traders, I mean, you've got to go through the process. Let's say you've got to walk before you can run. There's no, here's a strategy. You'll trade it, and you'll be a millionaire tomorrow. It's not like that. You've got to go through the process. You've got to grow as a trader. You've got to go through these little battles to improve your own psychology. That's what I've found has been the big thing for me. It's persistence, and you're going to take losses. It's the cost of doing business. But if you give up after those losses, you never will become profitable. And even if you read books of some famous traders, a lot of them took massive losses before they became profitable. You have to go through that process.
I like that, having these mini battles, just to help battle harden yourself, really.
Exactly, completely. And you have to be battle hardened, don't you? Because if you give up at your first, if I'd given up after those string of losses at the start,
But that was the benefit of having. It doesn't matter if it was me or anybody else, having someone to confide in, having a coach or whatever
100%.
who you can pick up the phone to and say, I've not had a good few weeks, or whatever, and they can help by looking over your trades. And
if whatever profession that you're in or whatever you want to pursue, having a mentor, because I have mentors in other aspects of my life as well. Find someone who's done what you want to do and learn from that person if you can, because it's such a big help, and it fast forwards your learning process as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's talk about, because we're running short on time, the other strategy that you use. So you use this like you said, a divergent type of setup. That's one of your setups. What's the other style that you use?
The other style is for a day trading style, where I'm looking to follow price momentum. So with day trading, I'm not necessarily trying to anticipate where a market might turn. What I'm trying to do is buy what's being bought and sell what's being sold. So I'm looking for expansion bars, looking for where price...
Can I stop you? What's an expansion bar? Our viewers may not know what an expansion bar is.
So where price has a strong move in any direction.
Right, okay.
And that gives me an indication that there's people either buying or selling this market. I don't want to be going against that. I can't control the market. I'm a very small aspect of the market, so I want to follow what we call the big money's doing. And if that's the way it's pushing the market, I want to follow that. I'll then go down to a lower time frame, look to get in, and just follow that. And I might be looking for a previous high as a target from buying, and get that bit and then I'm
Okay,
done.
so you have some specific rules around that. You
Yes,
use some moving
yeah.
averages, I know, and
Yes,
for
yeah.
trends, and you have some
Yeah.
rules about where price is relative to some moving averages to give
Yes,
you
so
your...
I use a 21 moving average, and that sort of keeps me on what I call it's my motorway barrier. It keeps me on the right side of the road. So I generally will not short if price is above the 21.
Right.
Likewise, vice versa, on the buy side as well. And generally, that keeps me on the right side of the market. It means that I'm going with what the short-term momentum is, and yeah, that's it really.
Stay on the right side of the market.
Exactly.
Andre, we're out of time. Thank you ever so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
My name's Charlie Burton. Trade safely out there.